Okay guys, what we're talking about today is the Haversack knife. Now this is the knife that's going to reside in our haversacks as a backup blade, a specialty blade. And it can be a fixed blade like this Mora. I got this as a door prize at the Primitive Bushcraft Rendezvous this past year. And I really like it. It's a good knife to have in a, a haversack. Small, fixed blade type deal for precision work. But I gotta admit, I love pocket knives. I love folding knives, especially old slip joints. And so because of that, I tend to want to carry something like that. Now, the old Boy Scout pocket knife is a good choice for this because of not just the blade, but the other tools. It allows you to carry a screwdriver and bottle opener, a can opener, an awl, which is always very useful out in the field, as well as your primary blade. And this leaf type blade design is very handy for carving and precision work, and it's a good piece of steel. And probably most important, it has a lanyard keeper. Now this means I can attach a lanyard to it or in some way secure it inside the haversack so it's not going to get lost. It's not going to slide out and be lost. This is a good choice for a haversack knife because what is the purpose of a haversack knife? It is a backup to my primary knife. I'm going to be carrying my Master Woodsman as my primary knife, but this is the small precision knife that I need to do other jobs with. The Mora is a good choice as well if you want a fixed blade, but as far as compactness goes, this has a distinct advantage. And you can even go smaller. This is a little 3-blade Barlow that has 3 distinctive blade styles on it. A small pen, a small fillet type precision blade, and then a broad blade. This is very handy to give me an options if I'm thinking about carving some dingle sticks, something small like my wooden needles or stuff like that. This type of blade would be a real advantage to it. Or maybe we want to go the other way just a little bit. This is a Granddaddy Barlow. When you open it up, it is actually the same size as my Mora knife that I have. The blade is almost the same length as the Mora. So think of it kind of like a folding Mora. It's a thin blade and useful for any of the same carving tasks or dingle sticks tasks that I would have with my Mora, my full-size Mora, not the small Mora. It does the same jobs, but it folds. Now that is also one other thing I want to point out. However you decide to carry, whatever you decide, if it is a fixed blade knife, make sure that it has a sheath that no matter what, you're not going to stab yourself. Remember, we're carrying this inside of a cloth sack up against our body. Should we take a tumble and it hit, that blade is not going to pierce through and into us. So however you decide and whatever you decide to carry, that is a consideration. I want the blade to be absolutely secure, and this has a distinct advantage. In the folding knife, this has a distinct advantage. Both of these would be just fine in that regard. But any kind of fixed blade, make sure it won't come through. Now, what are the jobs of a haversack knife? Let me move the camera and we'll talk about that. Okay, what is the purpose of a haversack knife? Its job is to be the extra blade should my primary blade get lost. Also, it should be a blade that's smaller so it can do more precision work in a smaller enclosed space. If I've got a great big huge thorn stuck in me, I'd rather dig it out with a small precision blade than I would with my Master Woodsman. It's a good blade, but it's just a little big for that. When we talk about the backup blade, what we're really talking about is another type of utility, another function. So rather than just carrying another blade that fulfills the same job as my primary knife, How about I carry a blade that gives me more options? The Boy Scout blade gives me the tool set. So it's not just a knife, it's a tool set. A Swiss Army knife is a tool set, plus those scissors can be very, very helpful. My daily carry is a Swiss Army knife that has scissors and a small saw and etc. But for the haversack, I'm wanting a blade that's going to give me the most options, that's going to be safe in that bag, and that is going to give me a true advantage when I bring it out. That's my mindset, and that's what I'm thinking about when I'm thinking of a haversack knife. Hope this gives you some ideas, guys. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. I'm Blackie for Shaman's Forge Woodscraft, wishing you safe journeys. Have a great day, guys.